from the crossroads of America. We're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in Week 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, smash!
Richardson throwing to start out. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Let's go! Hot, hot.
Now Richardson to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Come on, set! Let go!
Richardson back to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Browns will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41.
No, Johnson!
Here's a give up the middle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
No, Johnson! No, Johnson!
Moore's got it. And they make the tackle at the 38. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
No, Johnson!
New set of downs for him at the 38. the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
All right, here we go. Second down.
No contact.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. It's a gain of 22, and that gives the Browns a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. He finds him right side. Touchdown, Cleveland. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts from the goal line. Returnable from near the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Dragon 60. Go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On first down, it's Richardson. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now. Ready?
From the 37. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw, and he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. He's got it in the red zone. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll throw again. Richardson forced out to his right. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. He's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
70 Lion. Check go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Quick throw left side, complete. Offense up to the line fast. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts tie this game 7-7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. This return starts at the 5.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go Silver, ready? Right, set. Go, go.
Hurts looking to throw. He's on the move. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They've got a man in motion. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's into the hands of Moore. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Browns driving for a score and a halftime lead. Third and just 2 to go. They bring their tight end left. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Able to get it to Moore. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Delta.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Short pass caught by his tight end. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns get some late points and the lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Let's go.
First down throw here from Richardson. Taken in by Mitchell, right side. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll be first down, Colts.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Buffalo 18.
Play action with Richardson. He finds Mitchell, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Into traffic, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ready? 18. Pioneer. 60 Wildcat. 60 Wildcat. 75.
First down from the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's second down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make it impact later.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Go! Trap 60. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready,
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts earn the chance to tie before halftime. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Colts tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. Moore's got it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for...
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 28. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing here, Hurts. This finds Cooks, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Now love Yanni. King, Phil King.
Simple dive up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Gonna keep this one and go. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Certainly drop these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing from the gun. That's more of the catch out left. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 36. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts setting up to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And instead of 3 points, quarter 3 remains tied.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Let's go now. Bison, 60 Bison. Panther Street.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
19 Lions.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's got it over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Richardson has it down close. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. He finds him right side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. So now, here's 3rd and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Colts take a 4th quarter lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
One after try, good by Reichert. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hurts now from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. The Browns are lined up to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. So no return on that punt. And the Colts will take over. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Catch made by Mitchell. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set first and 10.
Right. 63.
Give now to the running back. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 23. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Browns a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Hurts. Able to get it to Moore. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That one's complete, right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The give now out of the shotgun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hurts to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Cut out left. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Second and 6 coming up here. Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. That was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now. He has the first over the middle. And he gets on the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns tie this game at 21. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 69.
Back to throw. Hauled in by Downs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Here he is to throw. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. They'll run here from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here's 2nd and 7. Pass is caught at the 9. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Returnable from the 1. And it's the equivalent of what a touchback used to be here, up to the 25 before going out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
First throw of overtime now. Throw left side, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come 19, come 19. Track 60. Hurt. Top row 18.
On first down, it's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he runs it in for the touchdown. Start the celebration, baby. They win it in overtime. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.